what I'm going to try and do is the least amount of editing as possible.
Oh,
For
really?
this, so like
Good. Best. Better.
if I don't have to edit it, that'll be nice. Like just literally sync it all up, and there you go.
Welcome to Sweaty and Lazy Movie Reviews.
We'll probably cut that part out. Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Geek in His Faith, and this is our first episode of our special movie podcast. We don't have a proper name yet, but we'll come up with something. And yeah, so this is Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
I guess you were supposed to say my
That's
name.
okay. I am
supposed
Jeremy.
to. And this is
Kyle.
And I am Chris. So today is July 19th.
Correct.
And Batman v Superman just came out on Blu-ray. Been waiting a while for this one. And yeah, so we just finished watching it, the extended rated R cut. And
Rated R.
we thought this would be a good first episode, good topic.
Yeah.
And so, I spent almost $40 on this steelbook, which is pretty nice. So
It's a good steelbook.
it's a good
It's
steelbook.
amazing.
If I was going to spend $40 on one, it'd be that or Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I will do that when Star Wars comes out if there is a steelbook. But
Reasonable.
I guess I missed this last one, Force Awakens. Anyways,
It's hard to come by.
yeah, this is an investment. I might sell this for $100 down the road when it's like rare.
College fun, guys.
Yeah.
For his children. Or
For sure.
himself, either way.
All right, so let's see. What did you want to talk about, Kyle?
Well, I thought we would sort of compare the theatrical version and the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Kind of give it a rating and then our opinions on it.
Yeah. The theatrical version was, I don't
Confusing?
know. It was a little confusing. It was a good movie. There's a lot of explosions and lens flare and things to look at, but I mean, choppy and confusing. I would say it was a lot of good Easter eggs, things that you're like, wow. But I mean, that's if you really understand the comic books in some detail. But if you're just watching a superhero movie, who was that? Where did he come? Where did he come from? Why did he
Flash, like teleporting in the middle of nowhere? What?
What's going on? Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Kyle? Theatrical version.
Yeah, okay, so let me start off by saying I've watched the theatrical version 3 times.
Once.
One time. Uno.
And at first I really wasn't pleased about it. Again, similar, I thought it was fairly choppy.
Yeah.
Very just mixed and mangled.
You could tell that they were trying to make it fit for theatrical.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, I suppose the theatrical version, like, generally as a, just a mindless moviegoer, it was pretty good. But I mean, if you're really kind of looking for some depth in a movie like that, I mean, there's not an incredible amount of depth to get into movies like this, but if you're looking for any at all, it was difficult to find.
Yeah, for sure. I just did a quick calculation in my head. You've spent what, like about $100 on this movie?
So are you incorporating every time I saw it in the theater, every time
Digital.
Okay, so I saw the movie in theaters 3 times.
So let's say
the movie, the ticket.
to 40.
So let's say $35 for the ticket.
Yeah.
I bought the digital version when it came out
Couple
three weeks ago because I wanted to see the Ultimate, and that was $24.99, so $25. And then I bought the Steelbook, which
which
was
came to $36.
36. Yeah. So
It's about $100.
35. Yeah. It's about $100.
Didn't even like the theatrical version, saw it 3 times.
And actually, if we're totaling numbers, I watched, like I said, theatrical 3 times, and I watched the Ultimate twice.
Yeah.
So I've spent basically 13 and a half hours watching this movie.
Prime. Love it. 13 and a half hours. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so Jeremy and I, this was our second
seeing
time watching it. And yeah, I thought, for me, it was kind of hard to pick out, like, there was some obvious new scenes, but I felt like it just made a lot more sense, but I couldn't exactly tell all what was new. Like, it was just more cohesive, and it was just there.
To clarify, we just watched the Ultimate
Yeah,
Edition.
we just watched it.
That's
so.
just, so it was, just like what Chris was saying, generally was more difficult to pick out
The
new stuff
Yeah.
out of that movie because it had been so long since I'd seen the theatrical. But now that I'll probably go back over it a couple times between the two movies and notice them for real. But
after 4 months or whatever, not seeing it, it was kind of just there.
But the movie does with this, Ultimate Edition?
Yeah.
It makes more sense, I think. It makes definitely a lot more sense. It flows better, the story connects better, and there's some key pieces that I think will play well into the future movies that they left out, which was kind of dumb, but I mean, understandable, I suppose. Gotta make money somehow.
Yeah.
What I liked about the Ultimate as well is that it's 30 minutes more, but they didn't put 20 minutes together in the beginning or the middle or the end. They spaced out each scene, adding about 20, 30 seconds more for, 50 scenes, so that the pacing went a lot better than just, 20 minutes of brand new at the beginning, and then it was the same throughout the rest, so...
10 minutes of new fight scenes.
Yeah. Well, that would have been good.
All right at the end.
Yeah. That was extend the entire movie by an hour in the fight scene. I approve. I would have.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. Oh well. The fight scene was amazing anyways, guys. It was great. Except,
Except Lois Lane.
Lois Lane. Never before has there been a more useless person. I'm so sorry, Lois. You're just bad. I think what I'll do is I'll take this spear and then I'll make a problem for later is what I think I'll do. Just in case I need more problems because, I don't have enough in my purse. Goodness.
And just like 10 more feet away from Superman, kind of down in the water. That'll make a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like helping him fight Doomsday.
So, not only does he have to like drown to get it. That's just.
By the way, spoiler alert if you have not seen the movie.
Yeah, hey,
we're talking spoilers here.
Like big spoilers, so maybe turn it off. But I mean, if you're watching reviews on this movie, I really don't care that you spoiled it for yourself. That's your fault. Don't be dumb.
Pretty much. And I mean, the movie has been out for like 4 months, so technically speaking,
Get on it.
Spoiler is not a thing anymore.
No,
it's your fault.
No.
Social media would have done that for you at least a month after it was out.
What would be your first, second, or third, I guess, if you have three, you have one, worst scenes or worst parts that you did not like about the movie?
Oh, okay.
You go. First, yeah. I've got one major one, and that's the Aquaman scene. Just he's just floating, I guess, in the water, and exactly what Jeremy's doing right now. Just,
how long
I said it was longer than that.
It's like the actor was waiting for some cue and he just didn't know what he was doing.
I'm supposed to. I stab it now. I'll stab it now. Did my hair look good in that scene, guys?
Yeah. So that was probably my least favorite part of the movie.
Like, I think my least favorite part that I can just think of on the top of my head right now is probably when Superman's like, it's like, we gotta save Martha. And then Batman's like, why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name? Like, it's good in context, but it just felt a little forced.
Yeah,
like
it did feel forced.
It was that was going to be like that was one of the things that I really had a big issue with was that too. It was just
They're both named
hey,
Martha.
guess our moms have the same name. I think we should stop fighting. It's too big of a coincidence. We should just stop fighting.
And then
I start to be friends.
Let's be friends. 2 seconds later, they're friends.
I'm actually going to go save your mom now because it's going to help me deal with some unresolved issues where I couldn't save my mother because I was a child.
Your mom!
I've got one follow-up question then to that.
Yeah.
Because we saw a lot of, in this Ultimate Edition, we saw a lot of extra stuff with Clark going to Gotham this time, which was cool, I thought. Had he found out that Bruce Wayne's mother was Martha and then decided to use that at that time.
Do you think he did? Is that what the question
is? No, I don't think he did, but had the writers added that in, he found out that, his mother's name is Martha. And then he says that when he's on the ground with Batman's foot on his throat. Would that have made it a little bit easier to
swallow?
To swallow.
Maybe a little bit, but at the same time, it's like the amount of hate that he had inside of him. I understand. I guess that kind of brings around the humanity in both of them. Like, he's realizing that he's doing this not, because he's Superman and he's God and he wants to just take over the world. It's, he's trying to protect his mother in the same way that Batman, has vendetta to protect the innocent because his parents were innocent and got shot. Wham bam. Hey, what travels down an alley and has 3 holes in it? My parents. Also bowling balls. Anyway.
Wow. Did you just come up with that, or was it?
No.
Okay, good. So wait, what? Was that your least favorite scene? Did we clarify that? Or
I don't know. I don't know, like a lot. Okay, it was one of my favorites, but also like super confusing for anyone who wouldn't get it. Was the whole dark side scene, Batman's dream, and you got the Omega symbol in the desert, and all the locust bug creature guys coming down. It's going over everybody's head. What does this mean? What is this talking about? This is future Justice League stuff, and Batman is all in trouble with Superman because I believe it's something to do with Lois Lane. I can't really remember too well, but I mean it's like a big comic book reference along with the Flashpoint thing that happened directly after that. That it was really cool. I loved it because I understood it. Like I said, I understood it, but I think a lot of people would be watching that movie and be like, what was that all about? I mean, that would either prompt them to do research or just be confused and like, wow, that was stupid. Why'd they put that in there? It didn't mean anything to the rest of this movie, which is often what a moviegoer's looking for. What's happening directly in this movie and only this movie? And it's not a Marvel movie. There's no end credit scenes. So what are they waiting for?
Yeah.
And that was, my favorite and least favorite part of that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I have a question for you guys.
Oh.
And it relates to this movie, but also not. And that would be, out of all the Batman series, so like the original 80s ones, is that when they came out? Or 90s?
I swear you just said ladies ones. As if Batman was ever a lady.
Well, Batwoman, I mean.
It's Batgirl.
Batgirl. Well, there's
It's
Batwoman.
just-
Is there a Batwoman?
I think there's Batwoman and
I feel
Batgirl.
Like,
It's
I
like,
feel like Batwoman was an obscure thing in a different universe
Okay.
that didn't exist.
Sorry,
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Batgirl's
Batgirl.
Barbara Gordon, which is Jim Gordon's daughter.
yeah.
Hey, what's today? The 19th?
Yes.
Couple days. Speaking of Barbara Gordon,
It's her birthday.
The Killing Joke is coming
The
out.
Killing Joke.
Yeah,
there
you
you
guys
go.
should watch The Killing Joke. Anyways,
So I think we already decided. I think we're going to do a podcast. I talked to Ben. He might come with us.
to go to The Killing Joke.
Yeah, if there's stuff that gets. Anyways.
It's not a big deal for a lot of people, but some people it is.
So out of all the Batman series, so the older ones where you got Michael Keaton, George Clooney, and Val Kilmer.
He just wanted to make sure that everyone could see that he fit every part of Michael Keaton's suit except for the codpiece. Good job, George. It's the truth. That's why they did the whole close-ups. He was like, look, mine's bigger. All right. Just to put it out there, I hated Tim Burton's Batmans with passion.
Okay.
Continue.
Did you really?
I dislike them.
So then that or the Christopher Nolan trilogy with Christian Bale, or now Ben Affleck.
Are you talking specifically about which version of Batman you like, or which version of the movies did you like?
Let's go with Batman for this one.
You wanna
What
go
what
first?
is your
'Cause I
favorite
got a
Batman?
spiel.
Should we rank them, or just favorite Batman period?
Okay, honestly, what I think you can't really compare any of them. I don't think any of them are in any way comparable, simply because the ones that Tim Burton did, I don't like them. I don't like watching them, but they're great in the way that they defined the Batman franchise as it is now. He made Batman what he is now. He took him from Adam West and brought him into the edgy character we know him as now.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even include Adam West in that.
Adam West,
Who
dude,
needs to include?
I will always be a fan of Batman. Yeah. And then you got like all the edgier cartoons, like Batman in the Future, stuff like that. You got like Dark Knight Returns, which is what this movie is based off of, the one that we're talking about right now. You got like Nightwing and stuff like that. And then you got the Christopher Nolan Batmans, which is a completely different thing. That's like another universe. Way to go, Christopher Nolan, for making your own universe out of someone else's stuff. It's good. Again. Never mind.
Do you like Christopher Nolan's?
I do like Christopher Nolan's work. They're great Batmans. They're just not comic book Batmans. They're just Batmans. It was a made up thing, which is cool. It's a different kind of movie. I respect it for the way that it is, but it doesn't relate and fit into any kind of comic book world anywhere, because all of his villains were organic and natural. They weren't like created and
Yeah,
super
it was more like realistic.
It's realistic.
Yeah.
And then you got this one, which is like the most comic book true thus far. As far
And
as
actually, it gets like comic book fights, right? Like these, the newer movies.
Yeah.
Like the actual whole motion of characters when they punch each other, and like Superman gets punched by Doomsday and he goes like flying, and then he punches Doomsday and Doomsday goes flying, and it's like yeah, there you go.
awesome.
Comic book physics.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So strictly on character, or strictly on a Batman version, probably my favorite would be this Ben Affleck's version. Super dark, super edgy, and very well acted.
Yeah.
As a movie, I really do enjoy Tim Burton's first Batman film. I used to watch
I can
it
get behind that.
the Joker, the one with Joker. I liked that one.
good.
I watched it as a kid. And I do. Everyone will hate me. I do like the third one too.
Which one was that? Oh,
Riddler.
Actually,
and
I think
Two-Face.
people didn't mind that one. It was the fourth.
It's the
one
fourth
that
one, but
everybody
no, but
hates.
I-
Batman and
what
Robin.
was the
Yeah.
fourth one again?
Fourth one
Batman
was
and Robin, I think.
Mr. Freeze
And the Penguin.
No,
Penguin
Penguin's
was the
second one.
The second
Batman
one was
Returns.
messed up.
I didn't like the
It's
second
really
one.
dark.
I didn't like the
But
second
there
one.
was a
Too
hilarious
much.
line. It was in that one, right? It was "Eat floor."
Batman and Catwoman, and just a lame choreographed eat floor
Yeah,
throwing
she's like,
motion. It was terrible.
Yeah, just cheesy lines in that
Oh,
movie.
so
And
good.
then
The
moving
third
on.
one was good. I agree.
Third one was-
Yeah,
I like
the
the
first
third
and the third were good.
Yeah. And then moving on to Christopher Nolan's, by far my favorite one would be the second one.
Yeah,
Dark Knight.
hands down.
Hands
Dark
down.
Knight,
I'd
yeah.
almost skip the first one just to get to the second one, because the first one's really just an origin story.
You know,
Yeah.
there's no real context
Yeah.
needed for the second one. You could watch the second one standing alone.
Yeah,
If you understand who Batman is, the movie's watchable.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It stands alone, which makes it amazing, but it also fits into a series, which makes it even more amazing. But that's the thing about Christopher Nolan's Batmans too, is they all stand alone, every single one.
Yeah.
And don't make the mistake of watching those 3 movies and then going to Green Lantern. Because I did that.
Ruined.
I almost cried. It was
Sorry, Ryan Reynolds. Oh man, so bad.
like
Deadpool was hilarious. Good job.
Deadpool.
I came off the Batman series, went to Green Lantern, and it was atrocious. Let's say that the camera just shut off, so I kind of lost my train of thought.
Yeah, classic camera. I should clarify, you can't watch the first or third Christopher Nolan Batman movies alone. You need the first one to understand parts of the third one, but the second one stands alone. Yeah, that's the point that I wanted to make, so that that was bugging me when I said it.
Because you don't want these hundreds and thousands of angry YouTubers that are actually
Hundreds
going to
and
watch this
thousands.
video
Reaching.
comment.
Yeah.
More like 2. I mean, let's be real.
We'll get there. Hundreds and thousands, and then you can rip me to shreds.
You guys-
You
you
don't know
guys-
where I live.
You
Don't
guys still haven't subscribed to the channel yet.
Have I?
There's
really?
there's 0 subscribers.
I am
to
not
the
a,
channel.
not a YouTuber. I don't YouTube, but I will.
Yeah. Anyways, what was your
This would
question?
help. Like, filter my speech. Okay, start talking.
It's like your cheesy news, like Mike.
It's so transparent. Oh, wow, look at that. Anyways, what would you do?
What,
Your
what
question?
was your question?
My question. I don't even know if I have a question. These are kind of the questions I wanted to ask.
I have one more, but I'll wait until
Took my thing away.
you're done.
You should ask your question so I can think a little bit more.
Well, so we've been really focused on Batman's versions. How about Superman's versions in the recent years?
That's a good twist. Good twist. I like it.
I just love Batman more than Superman.
Well, so actually, yeah, something I didn't clarify with the Batman ones, not to backtrack.
Oh, yeah.
But I, growing up, wasn't into any comic book characters ever. Like, I remember in church way back in the day, you and your brother would always bring, like, Daredevil action figures. Like,
Oh,
super,
yeah.
you guys would bring that stuff.
Iron
I had
Man.
no idea who they were. Like, I was not introduced to comic book stuff until probably around the time Spider-Man 3 came out. So I think like 2006 or so. That was kind of the first time that I actually we watched the first 2, and then I think we had seen the old Supermans maybe before that. Yeah, way back when we were growing up. I didn't know too much about this kind of stuff, but then it was Batman Begins I watched, and then it was when The Dark Knight hit. That was kind of when I got into comic book characters and superhero movies, and that kind of stuff. So then, I guess it was somewhere in that 2006, 2007, I think was Batman Returns. Superman Returns. Sorry.
2006.
2006, yeah. So, like, I saw that in the theater. And that was... I had seen the old ones, but that was kind of my first modern
It's a pretty bad one.
exposure to Superman, and I was 12 when that happened, when that came out. So
It would have been cool to see.
yeah, like, so I kind
I liked
of...
it when I saw it as a kid. I was like, wow.
I think the
yeah,
only
yeah.
good part of that movie was, what's his name?
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but the actor.
Kevin Spacey.
He was a good Lex.
Which I know who he is now, but I didn't know then. So
Yeah, he was a good
I
Lex
think he was
Luthor.
a good Lex.
Yeah.
That's the only saving grace of that movie.
Wasn't he also House of Cards as well?
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job with House of Cards, man.
And the villain in Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Not so good.
But yeah, so like those were kind of my first exposure to this stuff, was like the more modern superhero movies, like the last bit of the original Spider-Man movies, and then newer Superman stuff, newer Batman stuff. And so like I didn't appreciate the older stuff and get into it until now. So then Superman Returns being my first exposure to it, like that, at the time I didn't see how that was such a horrible movie.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was cool. I'm 12 years old.
Yeah.
You know. So, what was the question again?
So the question is, which version of Superman would be your favorite in the past years? I guess starting with
I think I would...
Christopher Reeves, I think is the
Yeah,
very
Christopher
first
Reeves.
one.
It's a toss-up between Christopher Reeves and
Henry
Henry
Cavill.
Cavill, for sure.
That movie was, I think Christopher Reeves one was in a lot of him saving cats out of trees and
Was it?
And going back in time to
Going
save
back in
one
time.
person.
selfishly. It was, I don't know. I don't like Christopher Reeve's Superman. I thought it was boring. I thought those movies were boring.
They're
first
boring,
one, I
but I
think, was
liked
good.
him.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did like him.
Like as
Yeah.
an
Yeah, he was a
actor.
good, he embodied Superman for me for the
Yeah.
longest time. It was just boring.
Yeah.
So I think I would have to say Henry Cavill as
Henry
actually.
Cavill.
Henry Cavill would be
Superman.
my favorite
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, sorry. So sorry. Yeah, Henry Cavill.
So Henry
Henry
Cavill
Cavill.
takes the cake.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Good job, Henry. 10 out of 10. You should put a big graphic. 10 out of 10. Put it between my hands. 10 out of 10. My question. What do you guys think of Lex Luthor in this one?
That's a good question.
Oh, as well as that, tag on question in case you can't think of enough to say about Lex Luthor. How good is Hans Zimmer's music?
Yes.
Oh, the scores!
Hashtag Sherlock
Just
Holmes.
amazing. Hashtag Christopher Nolan versions of Batman. That's Hans Zimmer's music
Hans Zimmer as
soundtrack.
well.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
I think Lex. I like Jesse Eisenberg as an actor, but like I'm a fan of The Social Network.
I like The Social Network.
So good.
I watched
Zombieland.
Adventureland. I haven't seen Zombieland,
I
but
see Zombieland.
Adventureland, it was a horrible movie, but I
Attack.
liked him in it. But yeah, I like Jesse Eisenberg, but I don't know the character of Lex enough other than Superman Returns and like the older Superman movies.
Yeah.
It's like I just think he's too weird. Like
Oh,
he was weirdly like bizarre and just like schizophrenic in this movie. Like
Yeah.
it's like ding 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 ding. Ding ding ding
Ding,
ding
ding, ding, ding.
The red capes are coming.
Yeah, there was a lot
One
of
red
cryptic
cape.
messages from him.
Is that?
A lot of cryptic dialogue from him.
Yeah.
He was creepy.
Yeah, he was a bit odd. I kind of grew to like a little bit of his style on certain scenes when he was really just
Yeah.
dark, and so that scene on top of his
of the
tower,
wall,
Yeah.
that was a pretty intense scene.
yeah. Superman goes glowy eyes.
Boy, do we have problems up here!
So that was a great line. I like that line.
I think I like him when he shaves his head at the end. Like he looks like Lex Luthor in that
Yeah,
moment.
that's
and
where
it
he looked like the
kind of-
most sane.
Yeah.
Well, I loved Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, every bit of it. I thought I crave for the dark villain like he is, and it was just so satisfying to see him be the way he was. Incredibly accurate as well to start off with long red hair, because that's what Lex Luthor started off as. Beginning
I didn't
before he
know that.
became who he was, and he shaved. I can't remember if it was some kind of a cancer thing that he got that made him shave his head. I don't think it was going to prison and shaving his head that made him that way, but I mean, they stepped outside of comic book realm again because it's a movie and they can do that, whatever. But yeah, no, I think it was amazing. I loved the way that he interacted with the world around him, in complete control, yet also expressing emotion and fear, especially when Superman's eyes went red and he looked up at him and he was like, where is she? He's like, oh, I don't know, I wouldn't let him tell me. So good.
Yeah.
Pristine performance. Brava. I loved it. I thought he was amazing as Lex Luthor, and I think he will do amazing as Lex Luthor in the future when he returns, which I'm sure he will.
Cool.
Unless, of course, he does something stupid and they fire him. Don't do that. Please don't. I'll be sad. I get sad whenever actors don't stay consistent throughout movies. I just want to stop watching them.
Isla Fisher and Now You See Me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
At least they didn't try and like actually make the new girl like that character. Anyways, that's a topic for another time.
Completely off topic.
Gotta watch another movie. Sorry, Jesse. You're just good at making movies.
Oh, yeah, he's in that one too.
Yeah. So it's not really off topic, I guess.
Yeah, so it's related. But yeah, so I mean, I guess overall thoughts and opinions on.
So actually, rank the two. Rank the
Hans Zimmer's
two.
music. What do you think?
Oh, Hans Zimmer. He is by far my favorite composer.
John Williams.
Brown.
Just my favorite. I think his work on Gladiator, his work on The Dark Knight, the second one, just amazing. His work in Inception and in Interstellar, just amazing.
I noticed that you like really type noises. That is
So he works with Christopher Nolan a lot.
Yeah, he does. Which Christopher Nolan produced Batman.
Wait, yeah, Interstellar, Inception, all the Dark Knight movies.
Just amazing.
Yep. So good.
Yeah, number one.
Yeah, I loved his score for Lex Luthor. I love that he used for Wonder Woman like rock music.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. What an entry song. Superman classic, heroic noises. That's good. I mean, he stuck true to the character, didn't make him too much. But I mean, he had room to play with Lex Luthor and Wonder Woman, and it was great. It's like what they did in The Dark Knight, what he did with the Joker, and just that screeching sound of the violin slowly rising up.
Oh, yeah.
They just recorded that one day, and that was just the noise that you knew that the Joker was going to be coming, and then it ended with a crash, and a big thud, and that was, when he starts to do stuff. Loved it. Your music tells a story. It was great.
Yeah. So, as far as rating the movies go, I think, just thinking back to what I thought after I got out of the theater for the first time, I'd probably have to give it like a 6.5 or a 7.
This is out of 10.
Kind of in that, out of 10. Kind of in that realm.
Yeah.
I think now I'd probably move it up to an 8.
Knew it.
I'll probably only give this one an 8.
8. So when I first walked out for the first time, for the theatrical cut, my ratings increased the more I watched it. But the very first time I watched it, I would have given it a 5. And now I will never watch the theatrical cut again.
There's no point.
I could just burn the CD and not care one bit. The Ultimate Edition is where I give it probably an 8.5.
Yeah. Coming out of the theater the first time, like I said, I just love when you throw an Easter egg in. You got me. I'm hooked. I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. You did that. No one was gonna get it, but you did that.
You did that for me.
A lot of people. A lot of people got it. I mean, it wasn't like a big miss thing. I feel like DC kind of prepared a little bit for stuff like that. But I don't know. Coming out of the theater for the first time, I probably would have given it about a 7 because I mean I was bombarded. Like I would have given it a higher rating just because I thought it was a genuinely good movie. I would have given it a higher rating, except I was, in my euphoria of how great it was, I was bombarded with the opinions of, the things that they did wrong, and I was realizing, oh yeah, they did do that wrong and this wrong, so I bumped it down to about a 7. Right about now, like I said, I haven't noticed a lot of, I knew some of the extra parts in the Ultimate Edition here. But I mean, it wasn't really like super noticeable for me, like in a vast way. So I would say it probably bumped it up to about like a solid 8. So I think an 8 is where I would put it at now. So like from where it was at a 7 to an 8. I mean, there's always a way that you can make a movie better, but you're never gonna live up to any written works on something because it's just there's something different about a graphic novel or a comic book or a book about something than you can actually capture in a movie or something on the screen.
Speaking about like comic books and graphic novels, it's like those are very visual things when you're reading them, and I think that was the thing that got the most credit for me. Was the cinematography in this, and like just how it was shot, and it had like the perfect amount of film grain, and it had great color, like color grading, and just making like the schemes like fit the scenes perfectly. Yeah. And like that's where I'm always like I'm hard like no DVD, Blu-ray only because like as like an editor I see that quality and it's like
pretty soon 4K as well.
Yeah.
So up my price totaling $100 to probably $125 when the 4K Xbox comes out. Just so you know.
Because there is now the 4K version released for the same price as the Steelbook.
Yeah. I saw it.
You saw it?
I saw it today.
They had four versions at Best Buy. They had the DVD, they had the normal Blu-ray, they had the Steelbook, and the 4K version, and the 3D version.
For those of
There's five versions. There's five versions on the one stand.
For those of you who
all
bought
different
the DVD,
covers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you bought that. I'm sorry that you wasted your money.
The DVD was $20, and for $5 more, you get the Blu-ray and a digital copy if you buy the Blu-ray version.
Just bad.
DVDs are just rip-offs now. Like when you buy them new, it's like
they're pretty bad.
Unless, of course, you're into collecting DVDs, which I guess is kind of weird. It's kind of like collecting
Antiques.
It's kind of like collecting cars from like 95 to 2000.
Wouldn't it be more like
Really
records?
weird things to collect, but you did it anyways, and I guess it's cool. It will be cool eventually, but right now it's like
it'll be cool in 50
Cool
years.
hobby, I guess. Yeah.
I would probably say just hold on to all your DVDs so that in like 20, 30 years, they will be like
Worth something.
Yeah, like there'll be something different that nobody has, like records.
Like records, yeah.
I'm holding on to my DVD copy of Ben Affleck's Daredevil because I'm assuming at some point when his Batman work takes off that movie will be worth something.
Don't worry, I've got the Blu-ray version as well.
I have the Blu-ray version.
Daredevil!
Well, like, you came over to my house like a month ago, and you were looking through all my Blu-rays, and you're like, just laughing that I had a copy of that on Blu-ray. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Oh, it's terrible, but it was good.
I still haven't seen it.
Watch it.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Hey, we should watch that and review that next.
So yeah, actually, upcoming stuff. I think eventually we'll probably do some podcasts that aren't necessarily related to a movie that's just coming out and basically doing a review on it. But soon we want to go see The Killing Joke this next week. The new Star Trek's coming out. I'm assuming. I don't know if you watch Star Trek.
I love Star Trek.
Okay.
I'm not a big Star Trek.
So and then
I'm not a Trekkie. I just like the movies.
Yeah. I like the new ones. And then Suicide Squad, and just kind of stuff like that coming up. And then probably some side topic stuff where it's just general movie stuff. Will kind of be where we head. We'll just feel it out.
Get it? Because Suicide Squad and Ballroom Blitz. Oh gosh.
Actually, now I just got 21 Pilots stuck in my head with
Heathens. Yeah. Man, we should do soundtrack reviews for movies. Suicide Squad is going to be a good soundtrack review. You will like that one.
That can be its own episode of the podcast. It would be like
the soundtrack,
best or your favorite movie soundtrack, and just like kind of overall.
It's going to be Suicide Squad. So many good songs on that so far. It's going to be great.
Cool.
So
yeah, I think that ends our first episode of whatever this podcast will be called.
It's going to have a cool name.
Cool name, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if we can make cool. I mean,
no. Never aim to be cool. So you get eaten alive.
Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this. And actually, you know the drill on this one after our last video. You know what
all the words, I forgot them all. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff below.
Right down there.
Am I low enough? Is it right down
Should I be doing this too?
Yeah, it's down
right
there. Yeah.
It's right below all of us at the same time. It's more like over there.
Do all those things. Thank you.
Okay, yes. You can say something?
I was going to make a clever ending word, but I'm not going to. Maybe next
do
time.
Do it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Is
I
that how
have
we're
to
gonna end
go.
it?
My mother needs me. Superman. Oh.
Yeah.